Holy fuck, there we go. Alright. Had some stupid technical difficulties. Oh, for whatever reason, when I tried to start the stream, it didn't start the stream on the live room that I already created. But we're good now. What's going on, everybody? I'm a gamer girl with huge jugs, notice me. Well, that's nice. Congratulations. All right. Would steroids affect my SSRI? In all likelihood, yeah. Because... So, if you're going to run steroids, you have to run testosterone. Testosterone aromatizes into estrogen. That's going to alter the estrogen levels in your body, and estrogen does affect serotonin in the brain. So it might make the SRIs work better, might change the way they work. So you might notice some other mental side effects, could trigger anxiety if your estrogen, especially if your estrogen's too high. So yeah, they will interact with SSRIs for sure. And there are some other compounds that aromatize, like Boldenone, which I actually just started taking today. I took my first shot.
Is it vegan to clap the absolute fuck out of the dumbass gnats that keep flying in my face? I hate how having houseplants basically guarantees having gnats in your house. Tylenol made me gay and trans, don't take it.
Well, yeah, it's fine. They only live for like 4 days anyway, so not a big deal. I might be insane and just imagining things like placebo effect, but I took my first shot of Boldenone today, just 30 milligrams, and I swear it has like a calming effect. When I took my first shot of testosterone, even though like I'm using pretty long esters, I seem to notice an effect about 30 minutes after injecting. And I'm definitely feeling more relaxed. I got a good, like, I don't know, I just feel like a nice sense of relax and well-being. And that happened about 30 minutes after taking the shot. And I was a little worried because Boldenone is known to trigger anxiety in some people. I think it's because it does act as an aromatase inhibitor and it can drive estrogen down too low. But I'm noticing like a calmness to it. So I'm planning to just take 200 milligrams a week. Technically, it's 210, but you know, fucking cares. You can't measure the dose out that accurately. So I'm gonna take 210 milligrams per week, and I'm gonna get my estrogen checked each month. And if the estrogen goes down too low, I'm gonna up the test dose. DHB or equipoise? Well, equipoise, that's why I said boldenone. I didn't say dihydroboldenone. I wouldn't fuck around with DHB for a variety of reasons. Like, it is absolutely liver toxic. You cannot take it in high doses. And there's some like weird stuff with chemistry where a lot of underground labs are not making it well to begin with. They're using a lot of solvents and shit when they're making it. I'm pretty sure my underground lab isn't using any solvents with their DHB, but I wouldn't recommend anybody even bother trying it for that reason. It's just hard to source good formulations to begin with, and it's liver toxic. So why would you take a toxic compound in low doses? Even if it's more anabolic, you can just take a safe compound in a higher dose. So I wouldn't bother fucking around with DHB. You'll regret taking roids. Yeah, you'll regret commenting on my YouTube channel. Congratulations, you're banned. Oh. Boldenone's awesome, but my anxiety spikes, so just on basic testosterone. Yeah, I'm just starting with a lower dose. People use that Boldenone in crazy high doses. There's so much stupid horseshit online. Like people are, I've said, oh, there's no point taking Boldenone unless you start with like 600 or 800 milligrams. Just fucking crazy. Like, yeah, I mean, I would imagine you could very easily trigger anxiety if you take a really high dose to start off with, and you don't make sure your testosterone is balanced with it. I'm taking 210 milligrams testosterone per week, and my total testosterone's at 2,220. Thoughts on weed? I would recommend not smoking weed if you can help it. I didn't say I was gonna take DHB. I said I was gonna look into it. Oh. Yeah, that was 225. It's just a warm-up set. How are you feeling on gear? Fucking incredible, buddy. Unfucking stoppable. Yeah, I would recommend not taking marijuana if you can help it. It's not it's not completely safe. Like so many people think that you can smoke weed all you want recreationally and be fine. Relative to alcohol, yeah, it's way safer. But it does cause brain damage. In some people that are genetically susceptible, it can cause psychosis. So the less you can take of it, and the less frequently, the better. Um, I've also I've used edibles like temporarily for dealing with sleep issues. So if I have like several days of insomnia and it doesn't seem to be going away on its own, sometimes I'll take an edible before bed, and that can help. And it can also use it to like reset your sleep schedule. But you know, it's not something you want to just take all the time recreationally. Gig's power rack is going to be delivered today. Well, that's good. I got in a new set of elbow wraps today, so we should be able to hit triceps hard. I wasted 2 hours of my life putting together my aunt's furniture. Why would you even bother?
I swear by Hank Cleans. Throughout my life they've helped overall my explosiveness and athleticism in sports. Most recently in my first few months training boxing, my punching power has turned a few heads at the gym.
Yeah, hand cleans are good. Yeah, hand cleans and power cleans are good movements. I can't do them. I don't have enough mobility in my wrists and elbows. But they are good movement. Thanks for the donation, Lotta. Also, just making sure you have a strong bench. That also really helps with punching power. Just upper body strength. Nice and easy. I was watching a Dr. Grande video on this guy that rented so much furniture couldn't pay back, then committed suicide. People are weird. I do not understand why most people do things. Ugh. I do not understand personally why people spend a fuck ton of money on furniture, clothes, knickknacks. Um, just doesn't feel like it does much for you. Like, why would you spend, you know, some, some things can be ridiculously expensive, like, like really high-end furniture. Like, you can pay thousands of dollars. You can get a fucking table from Walmart for like $50. Like what difference does it make if you can eat food on it? Like, what else do you need? I can understand paying more money for something if it has like some sort of useful utility, like my recliner. I'd spend really good money on a really good recliner because I have to work at my desk for so many hours, and it just benefits my well-being and productivity to have a chair that's as comfortable as possible. But people spend money on stupid shit.
Once I'm healed from surgery, I'm gonna start lifting for muscle mommy gains. For never got into lifting before, so he'll have to find resources on what to do. Eatazipine has me finally putting on weight, and I feel really good right now that I'm back on estrogen.
Sick. I think the best beginner program for pretty much everybody is just starting strength. So if you want to get into weight training, I'd always recommend starting strength. You can omit the power cleans from the program. That's the one thing that you just don't need to do. But I would just run starting strength and then go from there. Want to start working out again. It was the best time of my life. Ever since I stopped, I'm super depressed and do nothing productive all day. Any advice? Get back into weight training. Just invest in yourself. Simple as that. Um, you just have to make a commitment to be better. I do power cleans with no thrust or momentum and call them muscle cleans. I think you don't understand the point of power cleans. It's not really a power clean then. So there's 295. Fuck, damn it. Ugh. Almost got 10. I'm gonna have to let the weight off. I think we got 8 last week, so that's still a PR. But tried to get 10. Oh. I thought I had like just enough speed on that 9th rep to maybe get the 10th, but yeah, I didn't. Can we see a front double bicep? There you go. That's 295 on the bench. Ugh. Oh. Is it true that if you fail without struggling much, you're more fast twitch? No, not really. Um, can be a sign that you're more fast twitch dominant if speed throughout your rep range is maintained. Or sorry, speed throughout the set is maintained and then you just like suddenly fail. That can be a sign of it, but it's not really a great indicator. Your calves have grown a bit. Well, thanks. I'm training them every other day now. We're actually going to do some calves after we hit chest and tries. Oh, there's another retard in chat. Are you still natural? Oh, I guess you can't read the title. Okay. Oh, hey, Raphael, what's up?
Now that you're on roids, you think you can beat Jason Blaha in a 1v1 physique comp?
I think I could do that even before steroids. I don't think that'd be too difficult. Thanks for the donation, though. Anadrol Skittles donate tillers. What are your thoughts on some of the noble natties romanticizing of staying natural? They claim being natural makes you a better person. They turn being natty into some sort of moral crusade and have this messiah complex, especially the Frenchmen. They're just gay pussies that are afraid of needles. Nobody gives two fucks about being natural. That's why everyone's fine with taking creatine, which you can't get in efficacious doses naturally. So, like, nobody cares about natural. There's just pussies that are afraid of injecting. That's it. Thanks for the donation, though, Anadrol Skittles. I think it also gives them an excuse to just be small and weak, honestly. Especially the Frenchmen. What are you doing to combat scar tissue? Well, I use 30 gauge needles. Not terribly worried about it. I do use different injection sites. And just to be safe, I'm probably gonna get a massage gun. Natural hypertrophy is a fucking moron. I can't stand the guy. He's an idiot. Just out of this world stupid. Um, he's probably the biggest pseudo-intellectual next to Mike Israetel. He might actually surpass Mike Israetel with his pseudo-intellectual nonsense. He tries to pretend as though he's some, like, philosophy expert, and like, the dick sucking he does with the whole natty thing is just so fucking cringe. So the risk of hitting a nerve, other things you don't want to hit low. The only place where you really have to worry about hitting a nerve is your glute. Because the sciatic nerve is so large, and it's also extremely sensitive. So if you hit a nerve in your shoulder, your muscle's going to twitch a little bit, but nothing's going to happen. And if you push the needle in slowly, what happens is any nerves or blood vessels tend to just get pushed out of the way. So, like, the likelihood of anything happening is just, like, non-existent. Don't plan on competing soon, like maybe in a year or two. Yeah, I stream. Well, technically, I didn't stream yesterday. I streamed at like 1 or 2 in the morning. I just had to sleep. That's great. Oh. Oh. All right, well, thanks for the donation, O. Getting a pretty crazy tricep pump right now. Way more than normal. Have you ever had a hernia? Think I have a small umbilical hernia? No. Never had a hernia. If you think you have one, I'd recommend getting an ultrasound and getting that repaired as soon as you can, because it's only going to get worse over time. So get it repaired as quickly as you can. You've had 3 hernias? How the fuck do you get 3 hernias? What bar am I using? It's
My penis has a hard life. His 2 flatmates are nuts and his neighbor is an asshole.
it's a good dad joke. Thanks for the donation, the Wandering Mason. The bar I use is the brand was Northern Lights. It's it's stuff that comes from China, but it's like a Canadian brand. It's actually a good bar. It has a really decent knurling, and it's rated to, I think, 1100. Haven't had any issues with it warping. And the bushings are good too. So it's not like an Eleiko or anything, but gets the job done. Oh.
L.
Thank you for that non-wib. Appreciate the donation. Oh, do you have a picture of your last day of being natural? Anything I've posted on social media before August 1st is going to be me natural. August 1st is when I hopped on gear. Anabolic Alien donated $2. I don't know if NH is dumb, but he's definitely uneducated, especially about steroids. He's dumb. He's a dumb guy. He equates moderate low-dose tests.
Hey bro, I heard about you through various TRT forums. They say you are the god of TRT. Nigger, 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 nigger.
Alright, that's nice. Thanks for the donation, Geeking Veins. Low-dose tests, blasts with TRT, cruises with IFBB pros. Stacking grams of toxic compounds year-round. He's intellectually dishonest. He's not a, like... I think a lot of his problems with his development is his training. I don't think he trains particularly well, but He's obviously just not naturally a big guy who's prone to growing. And I think the whole natty thing is just a way for him to cope for his inadequacies. Like, oh, the only reason I'm not big and strong is because I'm natty. All these other people are like pieces of shit, and you're evil if you go on steroids. So if he goes on steroids and he's still not big, then, you know, he can't use that. Thanks for the donation, though, Anabolic Alien. Oh. Are you still doing fasting? When in the fuck did I ever say at any point in my entire life that I ever did fasting? If you want to see some of my older deleted content, it's uploaded on Odyssey. So most of the old stuff that got deleted is on there. What does your diet mainly consist of now? Tofu, sweet potatoes, blueberries, oranges. That's like the base of the diet. Ever thought about trying a baseball cap or trucker hat? I really don't like I really don't like baseball caps. They just feel uncomfortable and itch my head. When I'm outside in bright sun, I wear a sun hat and sunglasses, obviously. But yeah, I can't stand baseball caps. Bro, donate $2. Whose side around here? I'm working out, dude. I can't look at links. Thanks for the donation, though.
Reality is vegangains got a lot his early ideas and even new ideas from DR and he act like he hates him. Durian Rider is absolute king.
They say sunglasses aren't good, confuse the body. Who the fuck is they? Some of the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. If you want to give your eyes UV damage and increase your risk of blindness, go ahead. Dumb fuck. Just changing the weights. Oh. Oh. Alright, thanks for that, non-wib. Anabolic alien Donated $3. NH likes to present a bastardized strawman version of his opponent's arguments and argues with that. He does this for everything. He's also not that big. He's just fat. The guy never coached anyone and thought he had training all figured out. He really doesn't train all that well. He doesn't work out that hard. His exercise selections oftentimes a little funny, and it seems like he chooses exercises that he just finds easy but aren't particularly effective. So yeah, he's just kind of a dumbass. But whatever, you know. If somebody doesn't want to listen to advice and do stupid shit and stay small and be a fucking idiot, like, they can do that. Everybody can make their own choice. Ugh. It's kind of funny that he body shames everybody all the time too, and he doesn't really look that great. Oh. That's nice. Thanks for the donation on Wib. Do you worry about going bald? No, don't care. Has your mom noticed a big difference in your physique? Well, she's not blind. So yeah, she has eyes that work.
Hey, how is the VG?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Thanks for the donation, Nut Muffin. What machines do you have in your home setup? Just the leg extension machine. You can see it in the background. I'm planning on eventually getting a leg press and a hack squat. I might also get a Smith machine. Oh. Jeez. Do you think Hamza's physique is good aesthetically speaking? He looks fine, dude.
Red Dragon Mahjong Tile Emoji, Red Dragon Mahjong Tile Emoji, Red Dragon Mahjong Tile Emoji.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that. Thanks for the donation though, non-wib.
Kid on a Swing asks Richard, hey, can you push me? Boldenone kicks in. Swoosh splat 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 swoosh. Best stay indoors.
Okay, thanks for the donation, Wandering Gason. You noticed any gear issues? I think you mean side effects. The only thing I might have noticed is I might be slightly more prone to acne. I did a workout stream a few weeks ago where I didn't take a shower. I just kept streaming for like 6 or 7 hours. And I only showered later. I did get like a couple pimples on my shoulder. And this afternoon I actually noticed a pimple on the side of my nose. I do occasionally get a pimple here or there. Like sometimes I do get them on my shoulders or something. Rare occasion. Like I might get one on my neck or usually somewhere around like my beard line. So it could just be coincidence, but I might be slightly more prone to acne. So I'm just making sure that I shower every day, like especially if I feel sweaty, even if I haven't trained. And I'm just washing my face with like a gentle soap a couple times a day to prevent that from happening. Ugh. No, I don't use a sleep tracker.
Equals 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 equals.
I'm gonna just skip that. Thanks for the donation though, non-wib. Oh. Oh. Sickening, pissening fucking pump. Oh. It's too bad Big Lenny isn't around anymore. Be kind of funny to see his reaction. Love to see what Big Lenny would have to say. Because he used to talk shit about me being vegan all the time.
Ijo ilanu ijo lonanu ijo sigeloli ijo pi molly alabama sawali en waso en xcn carlo en ppn cassi en soko en jan li ijo lon. Ijo lon e li joey poki sigelo lily. Onali ken joey poki wantaso, summer con lon lily, anu poki mute, summer cassi summer sawali.
Well, that's all very interesting. Thanks for the donation, non-wib.
Have you ever tried Gazan food? Neither have they. Mwah ha 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 ham ha 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 ha.
That's a good one. Love all those dipshits who are like, there's that big thing about Israeli restaurants stealing Gazan food. Like, fuck right off. I like how they also try to claim that they invented falafels. Fucking retarded. Ugh. Thanks for the donation, though. Calves getting size already. Do they actually look noticeably bigger? Oh yeah, they are looking a bit bigger. Yeah, they are starting to get beefier. That's good. I'm putting a lot of work into growing my calves. A lot. I'm doing them every other day, and we're going to do them at the end of this workout. I think my legs are getting a bit bigger too. Yeah, quads are coming in. I think the left one's a bit smaller because that's the fucked up one. But yeah, I'm growing. Yeah, the gear is definitely helping. One of the huge benefits with steroids is you just have like what feels like an unlimited gas tank. Like you can just push so fucking hard, do such long, intense workouts, and you can recover from it. I just don't have to really focus on fatigue management as much, and I can just hit it super fucking hard. Makes training more enjoyable because you just don't have to hold back much. How much EQ? I only just did the first injection today, but I'm doing 30 milligrams a day. But I only just had the first shot today. So it's going to be 210 per week. I'm on the same dose of test. I am probably going to have to up the test dose to balance the aromatase inhibition of EQ. And I am switching to testosterone and N-theta ester. Part of the reason for that is it is cheaper. It comes in doses of 250 per mil rather than 200 per mil. But it also seems like you can drive up test higher with EQ, whereas with cypionate, there seems to be more of a blunting or cap. There's also some evidence that cypionate isn't as like bioavailable. And apparently the metabolism of cypionate can be really uneven. Sometimes the ester cleaves off way faster, sometimes it cleaves off way slower. So I'm just gonna experiment with an N-theta ester, you know, just to see how my body reacts to it. I'd like to debate the Trend twins on veganism. I never realized the Trend twins were gay dorks, though, until they were on Bradley Martin's podcast. They were whining like little girls about the whole Palestine conflict. I think they're Christian too, which is really fucking cringe. Like, it's so silly. These fucking dudes who are like banging a bunch of chicks, experimenting with all these different drugs, like, and oh Jesus, yeah, right. I'm sure. Been doing karate recently to bring my muscle memories from when I was 10. I think you mean to like improve balance, coordination, stuff like that. If you're going to a good dojo, karate's worth it, but there's so many like, McDojos with karate. New trailer just dropped for Wolverine game. Oh fuck, dude. I'm actually really hyped for that. I fucking love Wolverine, man. I was thinking of doing a playthrough of X2 Wolverine's Revenge, the old PS2 game. That was such a good game back in the day.
My Muslim neighbor's wife asked him, "Are you a pedophile, darling?" And he said, "That's a big word for a 9-year-old."
Well, that's a shame. Thanks for the donation, Wandering Mason. Yeah, they're gonna make that Wolverine game PlayStation exclusive for a limited time, probably, and then release the PC version later. There may be a way to play it on PC early, because they're making all these PlayStation games PC compatible because they know they're going to port them later. The same thing happened with Spider-Man 2. People recompiled the game for PC way before the PC version launched, and it actually ran pretty well. You can actually already play the Wolverine game on PC. There was that early build of it that got, leaked or hacked. Yeah, I'm gonna make, the old school style of videos again. I'm gonna do a worst of the fitness industry on Testosterone. Like, technically, it's gonna be about Greg, but I'm gonna title it Testosterone, Worst of the Fitness Industry. It's the most, like, stupid fucking horseshit, dude. Like, my god. Greg is comparing that Turk Platinum to, like, Tren or Nandrolone or something. It's like, okay, dude. I'm on like I've been on a low dose of test, only 210 milligrams, and look at the gains I've made in less than 2 months. Has anybody taking that testosterone shit made any progress anywhere fucking close to approaching mine? No. So we know it's not like fucking Tren or Nandrolone or something. It's just so full of shit.
Fat obese depressed Richie
Oh
married.
shit. Oh, I see. What protein to use? Is Vivo protein any good? Protein's protein, dude. Doesn't matter. The protein I'm using right now is from a company called Canada Protein. They just sell it's like a bulk supplier, so you can get it for cheaper. And I just get their chocolate vegan protein. With shipping, I think I'm paying $300 for 10 kilograms. Home gym or membership? Home gym is so much better, dude. Fuck gym memberships. Ugh. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that fucking horse shit anymore. I don't like having people around. I don't like people taking up the machines or equipment I want. I don't like having to search the entire gym for a dumbbell that somebody took into the fucking yoga room. I like being able to work out whenever I want and not having to schedule things around when the gym closes or holidays or bad weather. And I can get whatever equipment I want in my home gym. I don't have to rely on whatever equipment they have at the gym. So if I want like a really nice bench, I can just get a really nice bench rather than having to use like a shitty bench at the gym or whatever shitty bars they have, or you know, you name it. Oh, I really tend to faint on that exercise. Should try to get as big as Jinpachi. I don't think that's possible. Um, I do want to get as big as Kazuya Mishima from Tekken 8. I think Kazuya Mishima is attainable. One thing I really love about Kazuya's physique is the traps. The traps are just fucking insane. I've been really trying to focus on traps so I can just get traps that go up to my ears. All right, that's 277 and a half. I don't have any need or real interest in dating anybody. I am perfectly happy and content just being alone. Have you made a video about the Hodge twins becoming political and shit? They're really not political. The whole like conservative MAGA thing, it sort of reminds me of the big libertarian thing that was going on a few years ago. These people are apolitical. They just kind of like the idea of low taxes and being left alone. That's really it. I wouldn't really consider that a um, real political position. Um, it's different when you're talking about evangelicals. Evangelicals support Trump because they think it's going to create Christian nationalism. That's a different story. But Hodge twins, I wouldn't even really consider them political. They're really apolitical. I haven't made a video about them though. Like I don't see what the point would be. No, I'm obviously not natty, stupid. Yes, some protein supplements have heavy metals. Oh my god. I really had to fight passing out. That's the biggest issue with this fucking exercise, fainting. Did you see that Brazilian construction guy outfit? The big bodybuilders. How in the fuck do you expect me to possibly know what the fuck you're talking about? Have you ever fainted in the gym? I don't know if I ever fainted in a commercial gym. I don't remember if I've ever done that. I have fainted when training before. It was actually doing overhead press. I was doing overhead press. My vision went black, so I racked the bar, and then I just was on the ground. I don't even remember falling over. I just remember my vision went black. I tried to rack the bar as quickly as I could, and then I was just on the ground, and I was super confused. I didn't know where I was, and I thought I was like abducted by aliens. And I just saw like these alien silhouettes moving around. And then a few seconds later, I realized, oh, I'm in my apartment. And I actually hit my head pretty hard. Um, Natty Cope Destroyer donated $2. Any juicer claims being enhanced is not worth it. i.e. Greg, gained 4 pounds from Turk Doucette, is gatekeeping and wants you to keep wasting your money on their shitty test boosters and natty supplements that don't work. Even TRT mugs being natty. Bro, the amount of dudes I've seen who are on like actual TRT, like they're on low doses. So they're taking like around 120, 140 milligrams per week. And when they get their blood tests, they test around like 900. They're more jacked than somebody who's just natural. Like you see it. It makes a difference. Also, I think Greg is full of shit. Most people who are injecting every single day, like 20 milligrams, so they'd be getting 140 per week, I usually see them well above 1,000. Most of them are between 12 and 1,500. So for Greg to claim his testosterone is at 700 when he injects 140 per week, he's full of shit. He might only be injecting once per week, but his peak is like super high. So if you were to inject and then test like maybe 2 days later, it might get to about 12 or 1,400, but then he tests it at the end of the week and it's like 700. So like he's full of shit when he says his test is like only 700. Like, yeah, sure, buddy, fuck you. So if you're doing daily injections and you don't get that peak and drop off and it's just steady, most of the dudes I've seen on a dose like that, they're stable at around like 12, 1,500. Like everybody responds a little differently, but I mean, but yeah, Greg is full of shit. Yeah, gained 4 pounds on Turk. Suck my fucking cock, dude. Like, and again, if like he acts as though testosterone is an alternative to steroids, then why the fuck is he on TRT? Like he can fuck himself. He's just so full of shit. Vegan bodybuilder name is Guilherme Abormai. He won the Arnold in Brazil. Never heard of him. That's cool though. There's a vegan bodybuilder. You think FitX Fearless is on roids? I think it's perfectly plausible for him to be natural. He could be, but at the same time, it's certainly plausible. Like if you just look at his strength, he's a strong dude, but he's not like, oh, he's on steroids strong. So, you know, like his physique is also really, really impressive, but he's a shorter guy. He's like 5'6", and if you have that strength at that height, like, yeah, you're gonna look really stocky and jacked. Nice and easy. So that's a 2.5 pound jump from last week, and that felt like it moved easily, like easier. So that's good.
RFK is such a morn VG.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's irretrievably fucking stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing. Like, he has crazy ideas, but he's not like dumb like Trump. Trump is dumb. So RFK is just working Trump, you know? Like, you know, I'm sure some of the Tylenol thing was RFK's idea. And Trump's just listening to him. But RFK Jr. knows Trump is an idiot. There's actually leaked audio. Well, not leaked. He was on some podcast talking about how Trump is a Nazi. And that was from a few years ago. So the guy is just being nice to Trump because he knows he can use Trump and easily manipulate him. But yeah, he has crazy ideas when it comes to health. He's not as stupid as Trump, though. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. What happened to the dude who would always come on your stream, watch porn? I have no idea. Yeah, somebody already told me the new Wolverine trailer came out. I'll react to that later. I'm actually pretty hyped for that Wolverine game. One of my favorite games from my childhood was X2 Wolverine's Revenge. That game was so cool back in the day. Ugh. And supposedly they're making this one M-rated, which is sorely needed. Is Wolverine natural? Well, he's a mutant, so I guess by definition he wouldn't be. Have you ever... Why you never show your diet? Literally every fucking training video I've ever made. Well, not ever made technically, but if you look at the training videos, people, I don't know, like, people don't watch the fucking videos I post. I had a guy messaging me on Instagram saying, like, where's, like, a video where I can see a day of eating? Literally all the videos I uploaded, you know, where I do the, like, whole training thing, I show what I eat. So they just don't watch the video. They just read the title, and because I don't put in the title day of eating, they, like... So just watch the fucking videos. No, I don't order DoorDash. For one thing, I literally can't. DoorDash won't even... Technically, I can. I think there's some grocery stores that would be willing to deliver for me. But the only way I can get delivery people to bother to deliver me anything is if I leave, like, at least a $50 tip. They literally just refuse to pick up my order unless I preemptively give a $50 tip. So, no. I do not order DoorDash. I fucking hate all these delivery people. They're the biggest, like, fucking scumbags. When I was living in Guelph, they'd always steal my pizzas. Like, I literally, 3 times in a row, I tried to order pizza, they stole my fucking pizza. I don't know how this looks like a garage to you. It's a fucking basement. Yeah, I should try the Punisher game. I never played that back in the day because, you know, I was a broke fucking like 9-year-old, and I could only buy so many video games or get my parents to buy them. So I remember there were a bunch of games that came out, like Splinter Cell, I think was out at the time or something, and then I just ended up going with like Splinter Cell or something. And I never ended up playing the Punisher game, but I did want to play that. Oh. All right. We're going to go with 60 pounds. You know, I actually think I'm keeping up with Sam Sulek. I think Sam Sulek does laterals with 60s. Yeah, DoorDash is a waste of money. Fuck DoorDash.
If RFK knows Trump is a Nazi, then why does he still support him then?
Political clout. That's why. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
Onali wawa li la wili tawa, ali la onali kena wen ala. Onali mute li soli li lone, li karmai molly li wake kone. Tempo li lily, amusia mi, aken pali ali, piyon pali ni. Tempo li mokua tempo mi sona, mi we le tempo tan we la mi pona.
That's great. Thanks for the donation, Non-Wib. Is wide grip or narrow grip better for lat pull down? Grip width doesn't really affect lat engagement much, and it kind of depends on what you want to focus on. And I don't know what you mean by narrow grip. Do you mean like your hands are in a pronated position but they're narrower or wider, or do you mean chin ups? Do you mean neutral grip pull down? You're moving to the UK, hopefully? Why in the fuck would you want to move to the UK? Dude, Canada is a way better country to live in if you're trans. You can basically get your your identification changed. No questions asked. You, I don't even know if you have to go to the doctor to have them diagnose you with gender dysphoria. Lauren Southern, the crazy Nazi here, she went to a doctor in Canada, told him that she's trans. No questions asked. The doctor wrote her a note saying she's trans, went to get her driver's license renewed, asked them to change it to male, and they just changed it to male. So you don't have to fuck with you don't have to fuck with any lawyers. There's no like big huge medical test that needs to be done. Canada is super trans inclusive. The UK is worse for trans people compared to Canada. They do like they have some weird laws where you have to wait like 16 months, and you have to like gender transition and all this shit and then get reviewed in order to change your license and crap and be able to use certain restrooms. Like here, nobody fucking cares. I can understand wanting to move out of the US, especially right now, but like the UK fucking sucks. Like Canada's better if you're trans. And the UK just sucks. You'll probably get stabbed to death by some fucking radical Muslim if you live in the fucking UK. Oh.
Wife's work has an office in UK, so we could keep her job and get closer to Poland, which is where we are currently working with lawyers to get my wife's citizenship. UK is just a stepping stone, but is also way more walkable than car hell we live in now.
All right, well, that makes sense. Well, best of luck to you, non-wib. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, UK is fucking gay, though. If you want to stay broke the rest of your life, live in the UK.
And the UK calls itself progress bull fucking shit.
Yeah, it's not really. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Yeah, people complain about Canada being bad to start a business and shit. UK, it's impossible. They just want you to be a wage slave and just stay broke for the rest of your life. They have deliberately and knowingly did shit with the tax code and these different business licenses and shit so that you just stay poor. I'd honestly just get the fuck out of Europe. Netherlands kind of is gay too. Sweden is a shithole. If you want the government to steal all your money and you want to get stabbed to death by a Syrian refugee who's really just a fucking terrorist, move to Sweden. So the government just steals all your money. They're overtaxed, and it all goes to fake Syrian refugees that are just terrorists. Sweden sucks. It's literally illegal to be muscular in Sweden. They have like crazy steroid laws. So if you're walking down the street and the police see that you're really muscular, they can actually stop you, arrest you, and then test you for steroids. It's fucking retarded. Two donated dollars. What do you think about Luxembourg? What would you say the best EU country is despite you being gay and cucked and all supporting Palestine? I really don't know at this point. They all have their own weird little downsides. If I had to stay anywhere in or near Europe, it'd probably be Switzerland.
Since Gig is mod, we're gonna lay down new rules. Rule 1, no more bad words. Rule 2, no obscene drawings. Rule 3, no hedonism. That goes for you too, VG. We are trying to turn this into a family-friendly channel. Now everyone say yes, Mr. Gig.
I don't think we're going to be doing that gig. I think you don't understand that I hold all the power. Thanks for the donation, Gig.
Besides, there's no such thing as freedom anyway, as long as there are always bigots in power.
Yeah, I guess I'd agree with that. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Do you have a license for those guns? Lololol.
No, but it's not like the police can do anything. I outgun them all. Thanks for the donation, Non-Wib. Can you post more OnlyFans content? Yeah, I mean, sometimes I get lazy with it. I'll try. No, don't speak any other languages. Every other language is like gay and stupid, so I haven't bothered learning any. How old were you when you started gear? I started in August of this year. Haven't even been on steroids for 2 months. Yeah, I post full nudes on OnlyFans.
When did you hop on? And when did you move into this new place?
I hopped on August 1st, and I moved in here a year and a half ago. Thanks for the donation, dude. Yeah, Gary's still banned from entering Canada. Pretty retarded. I think he like completely destroyed that mink business or something, or he caused like a ridiculous amount of damage. It was like totaling over 100 grand or some shit. So that's why there was the terrorism charge. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, none of our prime ministers have been willing to ban the seal hunt because these fucking native degenerates make up these excuses that it's like part of their culture and crap, and then nobody wants to touch that issue because they're going to get accused of being racist.
Why is Africa such a terrible continent, and why do black people commit more violent crime?
I don't know, dude. Thanks for the donation.
The term Rexim has lost all meaning recently.
I don't know about that. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
If you weren't living in Canada and could only live in Germany where the spaghetti is illegal to sell and to own, what would you do in order to get a hold of the stack that you are on currently?
I'd get it illegally. What do you think fucking bodybuilders do? Who cares about the fucking law? So there's a lot of big name bodybuilders from Germany, Urs Kalsinski or whatever the fuck. You know, Miracle Bear. Marcus Rule, Gunter Scherlekamp, Roman Fritz. So yeah, they just get it illegally. Why the fuck do you care about the law? Just about everywhere in the fucking world, weed was illegal, but everyone just smoked weed anyway. So who cares? Like, if the government's fine with you ruining your life with fucking alcohol, I don't know why they have a problem with you ruining your life with steroids. It's just gay, cucked, faggot shit. People have an issue with physical strength, masculinity, being big and strong. That's the only reason why steroids are like demonized and all this shit. They're fine with you being fat, sick, stupid, but they have a problem with you being big and strong. So fuck society, fuck laws, fuck the rules. Just do what you need to do for success. It is so fucking insane when you think about it. Like, you can see what alcohol does to people. Like, that is probably the most, like, the drug that is the most common addiction. Ruins your fucking liver. You can see so many people walking around with that big bloated beer belly from the liver damage, and they get ascites. No one cares. Okay, whatever. You're gonna die an early death from alcohol, whatever. But then somebody like me, who's big and strong and takes care of themselves and exercises every day, oh, steroids, aren't those dangerous? Oh, you should come off. Like, it's fucking retarded. So, yeah. society is just trying to set you up to fail. That's why most of the food at the grocery store is garbage. That's why you can buy alcohol, but you can't just buy steroids. They want you to fail. I just can't get rid of alcohol and it kills my gains. You can just get rid of alcohol. So you're just thinking like a loser. You can stop drinking anytime you fucking want. You just don't want to. So just make the decision to win. I'll do one set with 130. If it moves fairly easily, I'll go up to 135. I know you probably think Norway has drawbacks, but how does it differ to Sweden? It's less gay and retarded. You do have some pretty high tax rates in Norway, so again, not a great country to live in if you don't want to be poor, but they don't have the same immigration issues like in Sweden. Like, Sweden's really bad. But it's, I don't know why Europeans just think this way. Like, rather than thinking about personal responsibility and accountability and thinking about success, let's all just throw our money away to the government so a bunch of, like, fucking losers who are too lazy to work or stupid or dumb fucking immigrants we don't even want here can get free money.
What are the downsides or side effects of the stuff you're taking now?
Look up the side effects of steroids. So, depending on what compounds you're taking, and in what doses and how your own particular body reacts, there's a wide variety of side effects you may or may not experience. You may not get any side effects whatsoever. You may get some of them. Some of them might go away over time. Some of them might pop up. Just entirely depends. The only side effect I've experienced so far is I might be like slightly more prone to acne, just slightly. And my HDL cholesterol is lower, but so is my LDL. So I don't even know if it's really impacting my HDL much. Did you eat higher cal carb today? You could have def been a lot of why you felt calmer today. Well, I did yesterday, but I only got that calming effect after I injected, and I felt it about 30 minutes after, which is usually when I feel testosterone. Like, after I inject testosterone, I feel it about 30 minutes later. So I don't think it's just from eating more carbohydrates yesterday. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Ugh.
I quit alcohol cause last experience drinking was the most stomach pain I've ever experienced. Got really sick. You were right, there's nothing enjoyable about it.
It's fucking stupid. It's a drug. It's a drug for stupid people. It has absolutely no medicinal benefits whatsoever. Horrifically liver toxic. Causes cancer. And it's not even, you don't even get mood benefits from it like you might from cannabis. So it's one of the dumbest drugs you can possibly fucking take. Like, if you're going to take recreational drugs, why of all things would you choose alcohol? It's just so stupid. Like, there are safer alternatives like marijuana edibles, you know? Especially if you live in Canada where it's perfectly legal. I just don't understand, you know, why you'd ever do that. Just completely dumb. Thanks for the donation, though, dude. Miranda donated to others. Is there any reason you don't just take creatine? I do. Why take steroids since there's so many negative health consequences and you're going to look really bad in a few years? Yeah, because Mike O'Hearn looks fucking horrendous, right? Since you can, like, see into the future and you know exactly what I'm going to look like, can you tell me what the winning lottery numbers are, fucking moron? You're going to age horribly and look deflated and weak when you stop taking steroids. Why would I stop taking them then? You're a fucking idiot. Oh my god, what a fucking moron. Mike O'Hearn's an outlier. He's not. Even Jay Cutler, who doesn't even really have a great diet, he eats like way too much fucking red meat. He looks great for his age. Look at Robbie Robinson. That guy is just fucking crazy good looking for his age. So no, you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Chill dude, I am a fan, I just don't think it's a good idea for you to take steroids. Mike Ahern is one person that looks good out of the hundreds who look like shit after taking steroids for years. Girls like attractive faces. Steroid faces are ugly.
That's great. Don't care. Suck my dick. I don't know what the point of asking me why I went on steroids is. What do you think steroids do? Like, I'm on 30 milligrams of test per day. So technically it is still like what would be considered a TRT range. My total test is at 2,200 though. And I just added Boldenone in today. I'm taking that at 30 milligrams, and I'm going to see how that affects my E2 levels. So at the end of the month, I'm going to get my E2 checked. And then based on that, I'll make adjustments to the test dose. Then I'll test it again at the end of next month. And then I'll make adjustments from there. I'm going to have to get it tested fairly regularly because Boldenone's a really long-acting ester. Ugh. Dodo Nutellers VG, Jimmy Kimmel, first monologue. Since you returned has already 16 million views on YouTube, 19 hours. That puts shame to all the right-wing YouTubers who get 1 million views per video. Yeah, it does. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Your natty physique was good enough. I don't think you need to take steroids. That's like telling somebody, oh, you have enough money. Why did you try to get more money? You already had $1 million. Why did you get $5 million? Like, great, dude. I don't fucking care. If you want to be smaller and weaker, that's up to you. I want to be bigger and stronger. Cam Donatillers, can you tell us again your doctor's reaction to you saying you're taking steroids? Low, like you told them straight up illegally obtaining gear. It's steroids are legal in Canada. You can buy them as long as it's for personal use. There's no restrictions on steroids. That's hilarious. Looking good, by the way. The doctor I was talking to was like, "Oh, don't do that. There's so many health risks, blah blah blah." And then I'm like, "I don't care. Just give me blood work." And then I got the blood work before I hopped on. Everything was good. So then a month and a half later, I got blood work again, and they're actually kind of shocked because my blood work improved. My LDL cholesterol went down, HbA1c went down, kidney parameters were perfect. So my health markers actually improved, and my blood pressure's in a healthy range. So I'm just going to keep getting regular blood work, though. Thanks for the donation, KM. CDG donated to Lars, if you want to be bigger and stronger, then why do your legs look like chicken? Yeah, I don't care, dude. I get it. You're a fucking troll, okay? Whatever. I've heard it a million fucking times. Come up with something new. You're banned. I don't want to hear you spamming chat the same nonsense. If I don't react to your fucking comment, then tough shit. You're banned. See you later.
Looking rough, bro. Them steroids aren't treating you well. Your skin looks like a sausage casing, covered in oil, about to split open on the grill. And your hairline's retreating faster than your natural testosterone levels. Still love you, Toe.
That's great. Thanks for the donation. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do upright rows. Okay, we'll do that after triceps. That's weird. I usually never forget stuff like that. Ugh. I think I got excited with the new elbow wraps, and I wanted to try them. I predict you'll regret steroid use years from now. I predict I'm going to ban you from my chat. See you later. Literally cannot fucking be fucked with listening to anybody's stupid, negative, judgmental bullshit anymore. So if you want to spew your stupid garbage, take it somewhere else. I don't try to micromanage your fucking life and tell you, oh, you don't exercise enough, you don't eat well enough, oh, why are you doing this, why are you doing that, Oh, drinking. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, most of the fuckers who are saying this shit to me, they don't exercise anywhere fucking near as much as I do. They don't eat as clean of a fucking diet as I do. I eat zero fucking junk food. I do cardio every fucking day. Like, I can guarantee you I'm fucking living a healthier lifestyle than you, and then all you fucking dumbasses are like, you're gonna regret this. Steroids are bad for you. That's great. Take it somewhere else. Ugh.
There's another vegan YouTuber who you've recently made fun of for having sunburnt bad skin, looking old, being nearly bald. Well, I can't say you look any better than him at this point. Or at least soon you will be looking not any better. Nigga.
That's great. Thanks for the donation, 21st. Ugh. I do train my legs stupid. Just because I'm not doing it right now on camera doesn't mean I don't train my legs. When's the last time you seen me eat on camera? Do you think I just starve myself throughout the whole week? Oh my god.
I did full upper body today and my biceps are growing fast from different types of pull-ups, but for some reason I have a hard time curling 45 pounds dumbbells. I can do a couple with good from, but I want to increase my biceps strength.
Then just do more dumbbell curls. If you want to get stronger at that exercise, then prioritize doing dumbbell curls. Thanks for the donation, though. Who the fuck donated that? Chris?
Are you wearing those baggy shorts on purpose so we can't see how? Sorry for the last troll, Dono. I just couldn't resist. You're looking great. Please accept my apology.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Thanks for the donation, not actually Miranda.
When you injected today, did you put the Boldenone in the same syringe as the testosterone? Or did you inject in different sites with different syringes? Does it matter if you injected in the muscles that you are working out on that day?
Ideally, you'd probably want to choose an injection site where you're not training that muscle that day. So if you want to inject into your delts, but you're training like chest triceps, you may want to inject like in your rear delt. That isn't going to really be trained, or you could inject into your glute. That's probably a bit safer. Going forward, I'm going to inject into the same with the same syringe. The Boldenone came in the afternoon, so I injected my test in the morning, and then the Boldenone came later in the day. So I just injected later in the day into my rear left delt. Thanks for the donation, though, Dee Dee. Ugh. STX donate tellers between Anavar, Deca, whatever else. Which one is safest, least effective? Least effects on DHT, prostate. Suffering from prostate issues, when 44 due to other illness. It's been suffering. Any ideas? Well, you can't take anabolics without taking testosterone. So why are you thinking about taking these other compounds if you're not going to be on testosterone? If you have issues with DHT, then just take a DHT blocker like finasteride or dutasteride just to control DHT levels. As far as their effects on the prostate, like they're all going to be relatively equal. Maybe Anavar might be, maybe, it might affect the prostate less than Deca. But you can't really run Anavar indefinitely. Like you can take Deca at a low enough dose where you can just keep running it. Anavar, it's liver and kidney toxic, so you can't really just keep taking it. I've heard of people taking lower doses, like 5 or 10 milligrams, and running that for like pretty prolonged periods of time, like, you know, a year, but it's going to crush your HDL and it's still going to cause liver damage. Like you are going to have to come off it at some point. Chances are, like, your best option if you want to add in any other anabolics, it would be like Primobolan and maybe Boldenone. They don't really get 5 alpha, like, well, Primo, it's a 5 alpha reduced compound to begin with. Boldenone does get 5 alpha reduced, but it doesn't convert into DHT. Thanks for the donation, though, STX. MK donated $2. Legit question, will you not be traveling outside of Canada, or do you think it will be easy enough to get what you want wherever you go? I'd imagine you can't bring that stuff on a plane. Well, I can just come off for like a week or two. It's not a big deal. Thanks for the donation, MK.
Hey VG, would you be interested in watching Too Lazy to Try Patreon videos later? I could link them.
If they're kind of locked behind a Patreon paywall, I'd sort of rather not. So I'm fine with reacting to his videos, but if they're videos that he specifically put behind a paywall, I'd rather not. Thanks for the donation, E-Nation. Like, unless, I don't know, it's something important, but I'd rather not. Thanks for the donation, E-Nation. So you refuse to eat meat and be natural as muscle build requires protein. Yeah, plants have protein, stupid, but you prepared to take steroids. Yeah, I was bigger and stronger than you before I took steroids, and now that I'm on steroids, I'm that much bigger and stronger. I'm bigger and stronger than most other natural lifters, and that was before steroids, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So here's another fucking pencil neck weakling. Vegan diet. Yeah, I was bigger and stronger than you before steroids. How much do you bench, pussy? I benched 410 naturally. Ugh. Oh. And if you're claiming you can't get protein from plants, then I don't know what the fuck steroids are gonna do for me, stupid. Clearly I'm getting enough protein if I'm growing. Yeah, I'm taking about 1 gram per pound body weight protein. So we forgot to do upright rows, so we're going to do that now. Ah, crap.
Would you consider giving life advice calls on Discord like Fix Fearless? If so, how much would you charge for a 30-minute private or public Discord call on stream? And how do you distribute your 200 grams of protein on the food you eat? THX in advance.
I just eat it between 3 meals, and I might also add in protein shakes. Um, I don't know if people are interested in that. Maybe. I have no idea what I'd charge. Like, you can just ask me on stream. Like, I guess if you wanted a private convo, it's a bit different. But I have no idea what I'd charge. I've never really thought about doing that. Thanks for the donation, though, Life Advice. Oh. Here we fucking go. The questions you people ask are so fucking stupid.
Hey VG, so since you have been taking TRT, have you noticed any differences in emotions or feelings in your body? I hear TRT can also shrink your balls, and I am not trying to buy your OnlyFans to find out. Does TRT do that to you since you have been taking?
I'm not on TRT. Where the fuck did you get the idea that I'm on TRT? When did I ever say that I'm on TRT? I'm taking testosterone for performance enhancement. Differences in emotions. I feel better and I'm happier. Thanks for the donation, though, Vegan Cuckworth. You're banned too. See you later. Talk shit, get banned. I don't know why you people even bother. Who got banned? Just some fucking nobodies. Every stream, I just see some new people in chat who just want to talk shit, so they just get banned. Oh my god. All right. Just one more exercise. I want to add in tricep pushdowns. How much weight was that? That was 165. Did you see Nick Fuentes was on the PBD podcast already? 2 million views. Oh. Bro, social media is just all degenerate idiots. They're all degenerate loser fucking idiots. PBD podcast is just ultra stupid. That guy is a massive fucking scammer. He claims to be some kind of fucking business expert and shit, and he just scammed people. That's all it was. He had like that multi-level marketing insurance scam thing. Oh, it's a complete joke. Only idiots would listen to that Patrick Bet David guy. No, haven't seen the new Turkey Tom video. We'll probably react to that later tonight. You would like Nick Fuentes if he weren't so religious. So you like that he supports the Nazis and he's a white supremacist and he denies the Holocaust. He's a likable guy. It's just the religious extremism that bothers you. Why are there so many stupid people in my chat when I'm fucking working out? Like, all the fucking dumbasses come here when I'm training. Yes, I'm taking fucking rest days. What do they look like? What do you think you do on a fucking rest day? Nothing. You rest. What does your sleep look like? Ask your mom. She'd know. Active rest is a stupid concept. There's no such thing as active rest. You're not resting, you're training. Okay. So, that's it for the training session. Hope you all had fun. I'll probably be streaming like late tonight. So I might start the stream up like around 12, maybe 1 a.m. There's no way I'm going to be able to like stream right after I shower and eat. But hope you all had fun. Big thanks to everybody who donated in Streamlabs. Animal liberation on each other's. Is it better to do quad extensions before or after the compound leg exercises? It's entirely up to you. I like doing it before because it warms my knees up. Also, with my squatting style, it doesn't bias the quads that much. So it helps to, pre-fatiguing the quads helps to make the quads the limiting factor in the movement. But you may just prefer doing leg extensions afterwards because you might want to like try to do the heaviest squat or leg press or whatever, the heaviest you can do without being pre-fatigued, but it doesn't really matter. It's just personal choice. Thanks for the donation though, dude. All right. So thanks again, everybody. Probably see you all later tonight. And take care.